Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another This Week in Kyrix. This one is for the week of August 14th, 2019. And today is Tuesday, August 13th, 2019. And if there was a bit of a delay at the start, that was intentional because for the first time in a while, I went back through the backlog of like the last 8 of these and noticed that I was talking too soon and cutting myself off. It'll do that. That's the thing it does. Hi, Winky. Princess, I need you to get down while I'm recording, sweetheart. You know you're not allowed on the desk. I know you want cuddles. Now is not the time. So, let's talk about some things. My work week is pretty cool this week, actually, I gotta admit. Honestly, Wednesday and Thursday were a bit of a blur for me, and for some reason, for the next 3 weeks, this week and the next 2, I have Fridays off consistently. Like, that's all I've got, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind having Fridays. It really doesn't matter to me if it's Friday or Monday I have off. This actually works out since it's not Monday then Tuesday, and then to the next Monday Tuesday, because it means I have less work days between days off this way, as opposed to just, oh, I work fucking 5 days in a row kind of thing. Although it does mean I don't have the benefit of 2 days off in a row, which, it is what it is. I finally got in touch with the guy who was interested in, I'm gonna quote marks here, hiring me. There's no pay to it, nor was there any talk of pay, nor do I give a shit. But basically, he's having me on for the podcast system. I haven't officially joined anything yet. We haven't done anything yet that I've been a part of, so I'm not going to mention anything until such time as I've been officially on. Because, you know, things can always change. You know, I could just, you know what, in hindsight, I've seen some of your work, and you can suck an oyster dick, or something, you know. It could always happen. So, we're just gonna hold off for the time being on mentioning anything other than that's a plan. One of the big problems we had is scheduling, in that I'm consistently off Tuesdays, occasionally off Mondays and Fridays, and all of their shit is done over the weekend. So while he had repeatedly reassured me that we can do some stuff on Fridays, nothing was set yet for Fridays. So yeah. But we had our interview as it was, finally, because things kept coming up. Either he would forget, or I would forget, or we'd remember but something came up, and we finally got that under control. I'm now in the Discord server. I pop in from time to time, you know, chat with them. They're very, very chatty over there, I'll give you that. They're constantly going on about something or other. And I don't mean to sound disinterested, but some of it's stuff that I don't follow, like series I don't follow. Some of it's games I don't follow, you know. And I don't particularly care. They're entitled. No one has to like everything someone does. I've repeatedly said I never cared for the Runaway Guys Rayman videos. But someday I might try and watch them again. That day is not today. And I'm sure some of you don't give a shit about things that I have done, like my Legend of Zelda Green Ring run that I was so proud of myself for doing that nobody's fucking watched. And that Eisen still teases me about. On that note, Eisen's back. I'll get into that in a couple somethings, but so yeah, the podcast thing, I looked up at the schedule, and 2 things jumped out at me. One is a Cards Against Humanity game. Well, 3 things jumped out at me, but I'll get into that in a minute. And we all know Kyrix loves him some Cards Against Humanity, because it gives me a chance to let my warped mind dribble onto the public. Just unfiltered. They're also playing Uno, and I might be in on that as well. Uno's fun. So I'm like, ooh, that's one I want to sign up for, and I requested the day off and got it. And the other one is a podcast discussing the Dino Crisis franchise. Now, I've done Dino Crisis 2 for this channel. I haven't done 3 because I don't own it and my Xbox is probably not functional. I mean, if I were to dig it out, it probably still works if I could find all the parts to it. Parts meaning the various cords. It's not in pieces or anything. Nothing quite like that. But, yeah, that's just kind of a thing. I have plenty of salt. We're fine on salt. And I won't do Dino Crisis 1, though I do own it. And I won't do it because I don't like it. And it's not that I don't like the game. Like, I'll watch someone else play it. It's in that awkward spot where Capcom was coming up with Resident Evil 2 and 3. And it's in a very awkward place in the franchise where it kind of has some cool features, but also some of the worst parts of both of those games. And, I mean, I don't mean to shit all over it. It was very, very cool for its time. And I did enjoy it, and I have beaten it. On easy mode, but I've still beaten it. You know. And maybe I'll get a stick out of my ass one of these days, and I'll do it for my channel, which will make this retroactively... Why did I hop out? Retroactively seem silly. Oh, I'm not going to do Dino Crisis. Recommend a video, Dino Crisis 1, you know. But I think it's worth talking about, especially since I'm one of those rare people, seemingly rare, who absolutely love Dino Crisis 3. I'm going to get bit. I'm going to get bit. Oh, maybe I'm not going to get bit. So, yeah, the Dino Crisis thing, I'm really looking forward to that chat. You know, just getting on, saying my 2 cents about things I like, things I don't like. I'll probably review the games beforehand, just so that I have everything fresh in my mind. Now, I mentioned there was actually a third thing, and that actually took place last Sunday. It was a Resident Evil 5/6 online playthrough. And while I don't currently own the games, I could. I could very easily own the games if I wanted to. But I worked that day. And if I had had this news a month ago, and no, I'm not being snarky, that was me just actually having to breathe in for a second. If I had had this news a month ago, I could have probably requested and gotten that day off, and we'd have done Resident Evil. But it's no biggie. They rescheduled another one, so they probably do it often. It wouldn't be too out of the question for me to get in on that eventually. Just not yet, and I'm okay with that. I do want this ruby, though. So yeah, they're doing some stuff. I want to get in on some things. It's nice that they have a schedule so I can, you know, factor around. As long as I have about a month ahead of time to make these requests, I almost always get the days off I request. They're very, very lenient about that shit. Okay, this actually looks pretty familiar. I think I'm based around here in another one. Do I have the torpedo arm? Because if I don't, I need it. I don't. Okay, cool. Let's grab it while I'm here. Sorry about that. Not that I'm likely to use the torpedo arm, but just to have it. And in case you're wondering why I cut off mid-sentence, I leaned forward and my frigging mic cord got caught up in the chair and pulled itself out. So, but so let's talk that work week while it's still fresh in my mind. Most of it. I was off Friday, so I get back Saturday, and I think Saturday was a very light truck day. And I actually I think it was Saturday, had it out with my manager. Like, now don't make it sound like we had this huge argument right there in the back room, or like we had a fist fight or something. I snapped at him, and it was a cause for some concern. You may note that recently there have been in the news like lots of shootings happening at Walmarts, you know, to the point where hold on, as employees, immediately had to retake the active shooter training video, which we've all done several times. I'd actually done mine like 2 weeks prior. And they basically said, even if you just did it, you got to do it again, because this is actually a thing that's happening in the news, and we want you guys to be safe and all that. And you know what? Good on them for that. I mean, just because I remember it doesn't mean everybody does. So. And it is something we have to take fairly often, like once every couple months or so we have to take it, period. And as I'm watching and I'm like, wow, my little spat with him actually triggered like 3 or 4 of the flags that they were told to look for in the active shooter video. So yeah, it makes absolute sense that this would be reported. Jesus fucking Christ, how deep am I? I mean, I see how deep I am, but how deep am I? Oh, I really hope this isn't where the sea dragon is. Did I mention this is a trip I wasn't ready to take yet? I was just kind of exploring. I don't even know how I'm going to get back. What are you? You're copper. I have lots of that right now. I don't like that I can't see. This is what? Gold. I think I'm pretty good on gold. You know what? Hold on, what's this? This is more copper. I think those are just the eels. But anyway, this manager has had, I say manager, it's a supervisor, but still manager. He has the tendency to micromanage. Like if I'm starting to do a thing, he'll tell me to do something else, etc. In this particular case, he was repeating stuff to me constantly. And he also would sometimes selectively enforce rules. Like he would yell at me for things that 5 other people were doing that he just let them slide on. And oh, hi. Okay. This thing really does not like that I'm here. And anyway, I basically snapped on him because he kept telling me, hey, we need this done, we need this done. And I basically turned around, pointed at him and said, I have never been late on deliveries, you know, etc. And he reported to the boss, as he should. You know, I'm not faulting him. I'm going to state right up front, this was my fuck up. I was completely in the wrong for this. And we went to the office, we had our little conversation. I basically told him how my brain works, that I don't snap immediately. It takes months of shit for me to go off on anybody, and he just happened to trip it with something stupid, you know? That nothing he said was objectionable by itself, it just kind of added up that way, if you know what I mean. And honestly, since then, we've both been much cooler with each other. So. Wanna come back down here and say that, you little shithead? Be really nice if I could hook on to anything here. Okay, this is a little better. So anyway, that day was just really light work, and I finished everything. Towards the final break of the night, I ran into him and a different, you know, higher up, our former manager actually, now that I remember. And he basically said, hey, you're going to be done by 10, and I told him honestly, maybe. It's possible. I don't know, but it's possible. And he said, well, everyone's doing real good. The truck was small, you know, grocery truck was small, etc. So if we get everything done by 10, y'all go home early. And needless to say, my ass was done by 10. Unfortunately, for me and everyone else, paper, a section in grocery, was not done at 10, so there was no go home early for us. I had heard rumors that very same day that Monday would be a potential double truck. And I was not happy about that at all. So Sunday comes around, we get a double truck Sunday. I'm back in One Touch again, which is where I was Saturday. Or maybe it was Thursday that this happened, and then Saturday was something else. But I was back in One Touch with another one of our workers, who is a more senior than me. That's about the best way to put it. She's been working in that area a lot longer than me. She's better at it. Flat out. Not even going to try and pretend otherwise. And when you're in One Touch, there are two things you do. You process merch and you process clothes. And I basically told her, hey, you're more experienced. I'll process the clothes. And she's like, okay. And that's what we did. It's hot as a fucking shit down here, man. I mean, there are thermal vents right there, but I didn't expect it to be that hot. Okay, I have some semblance of where I am now. As long as I don't run into a sea dragon, I'm fine, because I am absolutely thoroughly not prepared for that shit. Oh, there's another radio. Hey, I got a question. I'm sure this hurts me as a person, but does it hurt my mech? Nope, doesn't seem to care at all. Lithium, huh? Some kind of weird little node. But, yeah, that was just, you know, simple shit. We got done, no big deal, nothing major to the story. And yesterday comes around. I know what that is. Can I survive any length of time in this shit? Not really, no. Well, fuck. Oh, it says loading. I'm about to say, don't you dare save that. So yeah, we're gonna unload that only because I can't get that prawn back. It's gone. I physically cannot get down there after that thing. Because for one thing, I'd need another prawn. So unless it spawns me in my prawn, which it might do. Hey, if it spawns me in the prawn, we're cool. We're cool. I'll just take off again. Nope. Okay, we're gonna quit and go back in. That's fine. Unsaved progress will be lost. I'm cool with that. So, alright, so we talked yesterday, that is to say Monday. After the double truck, I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if today's going to be a double truck. No, today was a no truck. Today meaning yesterday. We get in there, no GM truck. So we're all out zoning, we're doing busy work until the grocery truck arrives. Grocery truck didn't have much. I finished all my grocery shit by 9:20. And we were told we'll finish before then, and then it's just going to be zoning shit for the rest of the night. So I went up to my supervisor, the same one I'd argued with, and again, my boss, the one we had the conversation with, and basically said, look guys, My aisle's done. It's 9:20 now, or it's 9:30 now. Can I clock out at 10 and just use my PTO to just go home? And they basically told me, go ahead and clock out. We'll send an email to the PR, not PR, to the HR person, and they'll just give it to you. So there we go. Got to go home early yesterday. So I actually wrote the description for this one early. Yeah. One of the things I've written down is that I may have my savings finally taken care of. It has been something of a running gag that I can't save money worth a damn. I had, oh, what's the word? I had been setting it up so that I had an automated thing to just chunk $50 into my account around every payday. And it had been set up so that once a certain amount of money had been deposited, it would just do it, which would prevent me from just getting extra money or something and putting it in. But it turns out I never hit that much money again because I have to keep pulling it out for rent. I've been making that much, but it doesn't come in at the same time. So I just hadn't been getting anything in the savings account. So I managed to reset it so that A, it would go in every 2 Thursdays, which is something I hadn't been able to get it to do before. And B, it would now just put in $25, which is something I'm more likely to leave alone. Because you gotta know your own psychology of what you can and cannot leave alone, or else you're just kind of wasting everyone's time, you know? And on top of that, my Even app, which helps me with my my everything really. Basically, it's designed to keep my finances under control. It lets me pull out extra money. It tells me how much money I have, that kind of shit. Just very useful app in general. It has a feature where I can save money, you know. And it'll save a percentage of each check, you know, no big deal. And I basically have it so that it's taking 2% out of every check. And I actually want to check something real quick, because I don't know if that's the gross check after deductions, or if it takes it out of after I pull something out early. I'll know in a minute. But that way I have my own savings account, which is allegedly for Christmas, although it's going to get used for other stuff just in general. And I now have this new one, which I have labeled as a vacation fund. Yeah, it goes after the new thing, because now it's saying 2% is $8.17 as opposed to 13 something it was before. Oh well. It's still money. Money is money. Also, god damn, I drained the shit out of those. But they're working now, and that's what matters. Okay, so this time we're going to load the prawn into the big boy, which I can't do because the big boy isn't here. Fuck, I forgot about that. I forgot where I parked the big boy. So, hopefully I've got my savings between 2 different accounts. Hopefully I'll forget about one of them long enough for money to come in. You know. So that's the thing. Also, in my notes, I debuted a new Pokemon today. I had been thinking about getting some more Alolan Pokemon, just in general. One of which was Sandygast and Palossand, which are a ground ghost type. I just wanted to do something with them, and I've got a couple ideas in mind that I've stolen. Don't think that they're mine. I stole these ideas. And I was going through my Pokemon bank, Pokemon that I'm not working with at the moment. And I came across a couple that I wanted to put in there, and I just loaded them up, and the plan is we're going to do them eventually. And one of them was Minior. Minior is this cute little meteorite. He's a little star. Comes in 7 different colors, 8 if there's a shiny. You know, rainbow colors. You know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, purple, that kind of shit. And what he does is he has this little rocky shell. And the rocky shell is part of his shields down ability. While it's on, his defenses are doubled. And he's pretty cool. I actually damn near soloed one of the girls at League today with him. What stopped me was her final Pokemon, Ho-Oh, was up against me, and I missed Rock Slide. And she took me down. If she hadn't done that, I'd have soloed her entire team. Oh, there's a Reaper. Don't want to fuck with that at all. Not if I can avoid it anyway. Let me, put this thing on low power. Oh, how do you like it, fucker? Hurts, doesn't it? You know, I'm pretty sure, like a week or two ago, when I last used this thing, that I was going somewhere with it. But where that could be, I haven't the slightest idea. I think I'm getting closer, though.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Well, shit. Well, that doesn't do me any good, does it? There's beacon number 4. Shit, until I get a depth module for this thing, it's not going any further than this. Are you sure? Are you sure it's a creature attack? I think I just bumped a wall and you don't want to tell me. No, I'm pretty sure I bumped a wall. Let's assess the damage. Oops, not that. Any damage? Any real damage? No. Yeah, if a Reaper had hit me, I'd be damaged right now. There's no damage at all. That's not a fucking creature attack, you liar. Okay. 3 rubies and a plasteel, huh? Well, I think I know what I'm doing then. Let me take a look at something, just so I know here. Just that one, huh? Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on.
All systems online.
Something is attacking me. What the hell? It's not a Reaper. I'd see it. Oh, it's a fucking crab squid. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I'ma get you. Well, anyway, the Minior. Let's get back to that. The Minior he's a cutie, and he hits like a fucking ton of bricks. What he does is he has an ability called, or not ability, an attack called Shell Smash, where basically I cut his defenses down by a stage and increase his speed and both attack stats by 2 stages. And this makes him absolutely lethal, as you might expect. And the shields down ability, or rather the activated-ish shields down, where he just, you know, has his extra defenses, does a lot to ensure that I live long enough to do the shell smash. And if you're thinking that the defenses being down hurts me, there's an item called a white herb where once my stats go down at all, it undoes the down. It keeps any increased stats, but it removes any decreased ones once, and then it's gone. Well, this works out well because Minior is a flying type and a rock type. And the flying type means he hits with stab on a move called Acrobatics, which is a 75 power move that hits double. Or maybe it's like 60. It's a powerful move that hits for double damage, or double attack, or whatever, if you're not holding an item. So once he uses his white herb, that thing's hitting full force. You know, so that would be fun. And all in all, for his first full battle, I'm very impressed with Little Lucky Star, which is what I named it. And that's that. Recordings. I have been recording a lot. No Star Trek and no Attack on Titan. Pretty much at all, really. But I have not been idle. Not by a long shot. Not in the slightest have I been idle. I have been working on Hitman, actually. Quite a bit of Hitman, in fact. And I've been having some fun with Hitman. Hitman's been a pretty cool game, just in general. I'm not the best at it, but, you know, it exists. I'm having fun with it. 3 rubies. Ruby, ruby, ruby. This one. Blip, blip, blip. Gonna need some more of those soon. And because it's gonna come up, the 3 nickel ore, that's not gonna happen. Alright, I'm just gonna have to settle for this for a while. And to ensure I'll live long enough to get to said Cyclops, I'm gonna hop in the old prawn again. And this time, I'm going with a purpose. That purpose being to reach the big boy. As soon as I can find him. There he is. So, yeah. I've been kind of slapdashing my way through Hitman in a lot of ways. Like, part of me wants to reset the whole thing and just go at it with all my unlockables. But part of the fun of it, for me in the recording, is that initial run through each stage, the blind run, where I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, you know? And I have only vague, half-assed memories of watching Team 4-Star do it. And, while I love the guys, they're not exactly known for their finesse. Actually, we're gonna go back just a second. Because something cool just occurred to me. And this is the thing I'm going to want to do in a big fucking way. Alright, so we're going to want to turn this on just right quick. Four of them. Cool. Perfect. And we're going to want some noms. Nom 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 noms. No, not like that, you fool. Alrighty, that should do for now. Sustainable food in the Cyclops, because The Cyclops is slow as balls, and the Prawn's not any faster, really. So I'm gonna need to get back here and do food things, but I don't want to have to get back here and do food things. So I'm gonna grow food in the Cyclops, because I can. So yeah, I don't want to lose that initial blind run of each stage. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping all the stuff that I've done, and after I beat a stage, I'm going to do off-screen shit with it. And then I will later on redo the stage with showing off some of my favorite stuff that I've learned along the way, and showing off lots of new equipment that I've gained along the way. And then I move on to do the other submissions, and then I move on to Hitman 2. Which promises to be a lot of fun. And then I just move on to a different game entirely. Topics I wrote, Hitman, Pokemon, savings work. Yep, okay. I promised I would mention something about Eisen. Eisen is back. He had gone silent for a long time, to the point where some of us, like myself, were worried something had happened to him. Not necessarily like he died or something, but things like we haven't heard from him. Maybe he lost his house. Maybe something happened. You know, maybe the internet just doesn't work there. Ooh. What is... Oh, it's just an egg. Oh, fuck it. I'll take the egg. Is that the first egg I've picked up? Oh, good. It's not a particularly large egg. That's good to know. What? What the hell? Oh! I forgot I made one of those. So yeah, what happened was basically he'd been doing a lot of editing. He had some stuff to deal with with his mom, and a couple injuries cropped up as well, which not cool. And there's also been a lot of work stuff, and he's basically going to be retiring from making videos and doing Let's Plays and such, which we're all sad to see happen, because, you know, I spent a long time trying to, you know, get his attention and all that to hang out and do video stuff before I finally did. And now he's quitting on us. No. But, that being said, he is going to be doing some stuff with us fairly soon. Like, we're probably, unless something comes up, going to do some gaming shit Friday. You know, not major, just get together, do stupid things like Jackbox, Clue, Life, Cards Against Humanity, maybe a couple other games that I have. That kind of shit. Just simple, fun, dumb shit that guys do. And, it may or may not be recorded on my end. I'm gonna ask their permission, obviously. Hi, Warper, don't care. But, oh, hello. Really, dude? That is a lot of gold. So, but yeah, with their permission, I'll be recording our little gaming sessions. And that should be fun. I'm going to take a sample of this while I'm here, because I think this is important for something later. I could be wrong, but that could be important for something much later down the road. God, I can't fucking see! Did I just spear a fish? But, yeah, it's just some fun stuff with us gamers, just hanging out, doing guy shit on the internet for funsies. There you are. So, it's not like he's completely gone and we'll never see him again. It's just, he's on hiatus. Very long, indefinite hiatus. And you know what? If he's happy with his new job, I'm happy for him. As long as he hangs out with us now. Because we were kind of worried about him. And then one of us, one of the guys there just happened to say, "Oh, you guys didn't know Eisen was okay? I could have told you that. We hung out like a month ago or something." I'm like, I wish you would have told us that, dude. We're sitting here thinking he's dead. I would say I should have parked closer to the ground, but I can't park much closer to the ground without the hull imploding. At least until I do this. And here I am thinking, oh, I won't need this. It's fine. 500 meters is just fine. Yeah, it is now, but not now. Well, that's better. It's not great, but it's fucking better. Alright, so let's grow us some marble melons. Shall we? Okay. Blink, 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 blink. Oh, that's right, it repairs or something. At least I think it does. If it doesn't, it should. Empty. Well, let's change that. Let's put these in here. And the egg that I don't necessarily need. There we go. Climb, 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 climb. Alright. Oh, I never turned it back off. Oops. So, yeah. There's a couple things going on, just in general. Aha! It makes things a little bit better. Except not quite there. Let me get my camera that I like so much. Oops. So let's just go down, down, down into Goblin Town. So yeah, while this may not be the most elegant solution to traveling in, it does have the virtue of not getting stuck in pits, like the prawn does. Oh my shit! Nope, nope, that's a big old box of nope right there. Oh dear, that thing's awfully territorial. We're just gonna park right the fuck here. And we're gonna hoof it. In the prawn, I'm not stupid. This thing can take a hit or 5. What? God damn it. I need to unsubscribe from Wish. The couple things I bought from them have been pure, non-properly advertised crap. Like, hey, would you like to buy more of this crap that didn't work the first time? And my answer is no, I would not. I've had enough of your crap, sir. Go fuck, I thought that was a Reaper for half a second, or a Ghost Leviathan. It's only half a second, but that half a second scared the shit out of me. Alright, so, bottom feeding as I am, maybe it'll leave me alone. That's silver. This is almost certainly silver as well. Yeah, it's silver. That is, I want to say magnetite. Oh, these are. Leave me alone. You don't want none of this. I will drill the shit out of you. Ooh, there we go. That's what I came down here for. Shit like this. Oh yeah. Not even sure what it's for yet, but I'm gonna have a lot of it now. Actually, come to think of it, I think it's part of the Mark II depth. Yeah, he doesn't seem to appreciate my presence down here. He just kind of buzzed me, though. Hey, he's not hurting me yet. He's just trying to scare me. And normally it would work. but I'm kind of busy. That being said, where the fuck is he? Oh, he's up there. He's up there being unhappy. It's a very unhappy Leviathan is what that is. So yeah, we're just going to kind of cruise around on the ground here. There's neat shit down here. And I want to find it. This is a unique biome that I haven't been a part of yet. And I may have missed the point where Markiplier explored this if he ever did. Because that is really my sole exposure to this besides my own gameplay was Markiplier's playthrough. Okay, there's an alternate pathway to my now creepy looking Cyclops. This place doesn't seem too disastrously toxic. That's good. So yeah, so far, nothing I don't think I can get back from. I'll go down. Maybe I'll find some kyanite down here. Or some crystal sulfur that I don't have to die to collect. That'd be nice. Is that? It is. Yoink. Don't remember what this shit does, but it does something and I want it. Oh, that is so cool. And minus the weird alien life. This is actually, a lot of this shit is real stuff that happens at the bottom of the sea, like those little brine waterfalls. That's a real thing. Those really exist at the bottom of the ocean. In parts of it, anyway. More crystalline sulfur? Oh, yeah. I'ma catch it all. I'ma catch it all. Now I'm gonna get back to my prawn before I die. Hi! Fuck off. Yeah, I'm having none of your nonsense. You did. Now I'm gonna scan you. Because that's how I roll. Hi, blood crawler. Nice. I thought it moved for a second. It freaked me out. So yeah, I'm pretty chill, feeling nice and invincible in my prawn, just like the lady warned me not to do. Cause nothing really fucks with the prawn. The prawn can take a lot of hits. Okay, there's more titanium. I'm not really hoping for more nickel. I'm pretty sure I've got all of that I need. Just period. This is what, more silver? More silver. So yeah, this place is pretty cool as a biome goes. Despite all the blood crawlers, which would be absolutely mauling me, by the way, if I were not in the prawn suit, I feel pretty safe down here. You know, I mean, the Ghost Reaper's just kind of hovering menacingly overhead, but he ain't really fucking with me. He didn't attack my, my big boy. He didn't attack the Cyclops when I was near it. And all he did was buzz the prawn suit. So I'm not thinking he's feeling particularly aggressive, so I'm free to just bottom feed, which is what I wanted to do anyway. Nothing I want is up there. It's all down here at the bottom. That's what I care about. So yeah, well, it's unlikely. If I can find some fucking kyanite down here, I'm gonna have a day. Bloop. And bloop. And any more? No, but that's the thing I want. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Bloop, 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 bloop. 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 And bloop. That shit rolled a fair distance away, didn't it? Yeah. I hear ya. So yeah, here's more brine and shit like that. Honestly, all things considered, this is a pretty good run. And I still have inventory space if I find something else that's equally cool. I'm pretty sure I'm good on sulfur, though. I say as I grab so much more sulfur. What I might do is I might just leave the prawn down here and go back to the Cyclops. And just kind of chill out for a bit. Because... once I find it. Like, I've got a bunch of cool shit in my inventory. I can store most of it in the Cyclops. You know. Then again, part of me just wants to take the prawn back. Because if I can get the prawn back there, then I get back there with all my goodies. Because there's not very much I can make with the Cyclops. Cyclops is more a device for moving the prawn, really. It's kind of what I have it for. More nickel, but I'm good on nickel. I don't think I will need more nickel or more sulfur, really. And just because he hasn't been super aggressive yet doesn't mean he won't absolutely clean my clock if I let him. So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna let him at all. He can eat my dick. Filter feeding piece of shit. Oh, here's more of the radioactive thingies that I am going to need if I want to build a base. With a nuke. And I will. Hi, Betsy. Hi, sweet girl. She's such a cuddle bug. Reaper actually came over today to try and do some stuff. We ended up not being able to do it for time constraints. But Betsy surprised us both by just walking right up to him. You know. Which, don't take that to think that Betsy's not a friendly cat. It's just, she doesn't do shit like that. She doesn't approach people. You know, she won't hide from you or anything, but she will not come to anyone who's not me. You know. It's just kind of how she does, you know. And half the time, she won't even come to me. Well, not half the time. She's actually really big on coming to people that are me. Just the ones that are me, no one else. I got the engine efficiency, got that. Don't have that, don't have that. Fire suppression, that's nice. Don't care about that. Thermal reactors, nice. Well, let's repair this first. Go, kitty. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just. Oh, God, there's really no good options here. I suppose what I can do, and don't really want to, mind you, but what I can do is I can get in this thing. What I can do is I can maul the fuck out of this asshole. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back in the Cyclops, and we're going to end it here. And next week, I'll figure out a sojourn back there. What I'm going to leave behind versus what I get. Because I desperately want to be able to find this place again. This place is cool. It's got a lot of neat shit. Look at that. It's damn near a locker full of just that cool shit. And lots of nickel ore, too. So yeah, I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye-bye.